Hey everyone, Cybermat here, and welcome to part 7 of my entire video game collection. Today I'm focusing on my Xbox game collection. This includes the original Xbox, Xbox 360, and Xbox One. I don't have a ton of games here to show you, so I should be able to get through this pretty quickly. A lot of these original Xbox games I found for really cheap at Goodwill. But first up, you can't really have an Xbox or original Xbox collection without the original Halo. Such a great game. Really, with this and the Xbox brand, really kind of revolutionized multiplayer gaming, at least online. So, great game there. Next up, we have Loons: The Fight for Fame. This is a very strange game. This, of course, uses the characters from Looney Tunes, and it's kind of a fighting game, but it's a bit different. It's really hard to explain, but it's an interesting game. Next up, we have Outlaw Volleyball Red Hot. And I picked this up thinking that it might be kind of rare since it was a Blockbuster exclusive, but it's really not. And next up, we have Test Drive. It's a pretty cool game. Amps, I really enjoy the Amped snowboarding games. When I had an original Xbox, I played this one and the sequel a lot. They were just a lot of fun. The controls were spot on. Just really fun game. Next up, we've got Intellivision Lives. This is a compilation of over 60 games for the Intellivision. And I gotta say, this is an awesome game to pick up. The presentation is fantastic. You're like in a little pizzeria with arcade machines that are separated. The games are separated by different genres, and it's a lot of fun. Definitely recommend this. Then finally, for the original Xbox, I have Star Wars: The Clone Wars and Tetris Worlds combo. Clone Wars is a decent game. Tetris Worlds is pretty fun as well. Let's see. Now we're getting into 360 games. First up, we have N3 99 Nights. This is kind of an interesting fighting game. There are a lot of enemies on screen at the same time, which is kind of neat. But it is really oops, almost lost it there. It is really repetitive though. Next up, we have Too Human. This game is terrible. Eat Lead: The Return of Matt Hazard. This is a fun game. It's kind of a parody of action games. Conan, pretty fun game. Lost Planet: Extreme Condition Colonies Edition. We've got Gears of War 1 and 2. I definitely want to pick up the remastered version on Xbox One. And then we have Halo 4. Really fun game. I really like Halo 4. And then we have, I've actually got kind of a beat up Steelbook edition of Jericho. This is an interesting first person shooter. Not great, but certainly not a terrible game. Now we're getting into the Xbox One games. My initial... I really didn't want to get an Xbox One to start out with. I really wanted a PlayStation 4, but it was the most affordable console to get. And I have to say, I'm really happy with the Xbox One so far. It's worked out really well, and now that I have a better gaming PC, I think that they'll work in conjunction with each other nicely, since they're pretty much both Windows 10 machines. So I'm really enjoying the Xbox One, and I definitely want to get more games for it. So first up, we have Rare Replay, a really great compilation. This includes over 30 games just for $30, so really good deal for the price. I have to say though, I'm not enjoying all the games on here. I mean, of course, with 30 games, they're spanning decades and of different genres. There's going to be something for everyone in it, but you're certainly not going to like everything. But, you know, love Perfect Dark, and never played the Banjo-Kazooie game, so now I finally have the chance to do that. Next up, we have Skylanders Swap Force. I really only got this on the Xbox One because it was on clearance, but still, pretty good game. We've got Sunset Overdrive. This is a really fun game. Haven't played too much of it. Really need to get back to it, but definitely really fun over-the-top action. We've got the Legendary Edition of Rise, Son of Rome. Really good game. I'm liking this a lot so far. I'm almost halfway through it now, and just a really good game. Another really good game is The Wolf Among Us. I originally had this on PS3, but my save file, or I think the actual game data got corrupted, and I think I just had to reinstall it. But this was so cheap on the Xbox One, I figured why not just go ahead and pick up the game and play through it again. But it's a really good game. And then finally we have The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt. Man, is this a good game. And CD Projekt Red is a fantastic developer. And they loaded this with extras. We're getting free DLC for it as well. So definitely recommend picking this up. Well, guys, that is it for my Xbox game collection. As always, like the video, share it, and subscribe. Next time, I'll actually focus on my PC collection, and that'll be the end of my entire game collection, and then I can get to all of my DVDs and Blu-rays. Alright, till next time.